we were discussing the Aravalli issue in the Supreme Court. The three-judge bench of the Supreme Court has put its decision on the Aravalli case in abeyance, and we will discuss that further. In fact, the Supreme Court has issued notices with the Aravalli issues case to now be heard on January 21st. This comes after the Supreme Court said that its November 20th order on the Aravallis will not be implemented until the next date of hearing, effectively putting the directions on hold for now. The matter will now be taken up for further hearing on January 21st, 2026. Joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Sambhav Sharma with more on this. Sambhav, the entire issue will be heard on the 21st of January 2026. Take us through that.
Absolutely a big development in this particular case of the Aravalli definition matter. Here the matter was before the Chief Justice of India, Suryakanta, suo motu cognizance was taken, and here the Supreme Court has stated the operation of its November 20th judgment restricting the definition of Aravalli range to the landform rising at least 100 meters. This was the definition adopted by the top court, recommended by the Ministry of Environment, committee formed by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and that was a bone of contention. Lot of criticism, discussion happened around this particular definition of the Aravalli. Then here the Supreme Court has stated the operational part of the November 20th judgment, and here the bench led by the Chief Justice of India, Suryakanta, has decided to reconsider the identification and the protection of Aravalli range. And also, as you rightly pointed out, the court has proposed a high powers committee to re-examine the height, which is one of the bone of contentions, and also the extent, ecology and mining in the Aravallis. The committee to review the earlier expert report that forms the basis of this particular now state judgment. Also, notice has been issued to the union government, concerned state, which includes the state of Rajasthan, state of Haryana. Aravalli ranges start from Delhi. So, notices issued, and to the amicus curiae, who is the friend of the court in this particular case. And if we talk about further developments, the hearing underwent for some 30 minutes in the top court, court number 1 of the Supreme Court, where Solicitor General Tushar Mehta and Attorney General are requested to assist the court. And also another important development, the bench has noted that fair, impartial and independent expert opinion is necessary to guide whether the current definition has unintentionally expanded non-Aravalli areas or undermined their protection. So now a fair, impartial and independent expert opinion is being taken. It's necessary as per the Supreme Court, and the court has proposed to constitute the high power expert committee to assist the ecological risk if certain these territories are excluded from the Aravalli classification. Very crucial hearing is to take place next on January 21.
Right, Sambhav, I'll request you to stay on with us. In fact, let me also go across to Advocate Pramod Kumar, who's joining us again on the broadcast. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, we want to understand now the Supreme Court has said that after issuing the notices, it stated that it will hear the case now on January 21st. And it has also stated that a committee will be formed, surveys will be done, but it has the most important thing being that its earlier order has for now, till it hears the case again on January 21st, will be on hold.
Of course. Actually, I think this is the balanced judgment passed by this apex Supreme Court of India, passed by the Honorable, headed by the Chief Justice of India. And in the meanwhile, if the matter is listed in the 21st of January 2026, the matter is stayed and there is no any activity or any act will be taken for the government. So after all, I think in conclusion day, the Supreme Court also says now the ball is in the hand of the high power expert committee
All right.
led by the
All right. Sorry to
Ministry of
interrupt you,
Environment.
sir, but thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast.